Hey, Tuesday night, back out on the road again, and less than 2 weeks to go. It's all getting very real, but I can't really get any fitter now, so this is more about just maintaining until, give myself a bit of a rest, but maintaining until we do the actual run. It's a bit cooler than last week, although I'm warming up nicely now, and it was chucking down with rain earlier. You can't probably see behind me, but you can see over there maybe, apart from my hand wobbling about like crazy. So hopefully I've missed that. Makes it more fun. Saturday, the week before, so next Saturday I'll have been out on the course for 3 hours in theory, but today all I've done is climb to the top of this big hill and my GPS didn't kick in, so I've lost 1.25 miles. But hey, downhill for a bit. Catch up with you later. About a quarter of the way in, warming up nicely, and that's me on the Southern Upland Way, heading down a track towards a farm. And then, as you might remember from last time I did this, when it was freezing and sleeting, by the way, but it's not today. It's just not terribly warm today, but I'm warming up just now. Yeah, this track goes down here, downhill now, towards the farm, skirts the farm, and then because the track goes past some houses, they've diverted the Southern Upland Way through the fields. It could be interesting, depends what's in the field today, and whether I have to wade through shit, which I usually have to do on this particular stretch. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in the field. Can you hear the dogs? I mean, they're all in a kennel, but the signpost tells me to go this way, so I am. And this is who I'm sharing the field with, so if they get inquisitive, what I usually do is just talk loudly, sing a song, whatever. But there's who I'm sharing the field with, which is largely fine. The only time they get particularly bothered is if they've got calves, which these ones don't. These are quite young actually. Bullocks are often quite inquisitive. One of them's watching me at least, but hopefully they'll stay away. You can see behind me, maybe, the ground's all churned up. Today it's quite dry, so it's quite difficult to get moving on. There's lots of potholes. But usually, when I come down here, it's wet. It's not potholes, it's a quagmire of liquid shit. So I'm quite glad of the fact it's dry today, because I'm wearing shorts. And that would never do. Anyway, we're just about clear of the worst of it, and I don't want to turn an ankle this week, so taking it carefully, and then we'll push on, onward. Oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? I'm down off the hill, across the A1, about to cross the railway line, and you can see behind me, camper van. Both back wheels are off. It's quite an old one. Both back wheels are off. There's some tools sitting underneath it, like somebody's been working on it, but there doesn't appear to be anybody there. But there's an old stove. It does look like someone's living there. It's a bit strange. But hey ho. I can think of better places to park your van, but at least it's kind of private. Yeah, that's the A1. So we've crossed that. And now, just up here, we're about to cross the East Coast main line. Train's just been passed, so I can't share the excitement of that with you. Maybe if we're lucky when I get to the bridge, which is just up here. And then we cross the railway onto the other hill, through the woods for a couple of miles, and onward. And here's a weird thing. Not only is there a camper van up there, but down here is an abandoned caravan. This one's been here for a while. This was here last time I was down here, which was months ago now, as you know. But the door's missing. It's been graffitied. It's in a bit of a state. Shame, really. Wonder why someone's dumped it. Why dump it there? But there's lots of stuff dumped along this old stretch, as you can see. In fact, it's full of buckets of chemicals. That's a bit weird. Anyway, crossing the railway, and then onward. Over halfway, we're still coming through the woods, and there's still a few trees in the way from the storms late last year. It's not too bad. Just a wee duck under. I believe on the course next week there are sections that are still quite badly blocked, so that could make it fun, especially seeing as I've never been on the Cateran Trail. I've got my map, but it's not the same, so it'll all be a voyage of discovery for me. Onward. We're out of the trees, came from up there, and now we're crossing what used to be the tallest bridge in the world. So it's a bit weird. Van going past. But if I show you and not drop my phone, it's a long way down. Used to be the tallest bridge in the world when it was built. And it was built, I think I've told you before, because the king came to visit and they wanted to impress him, and so they built all these amazing feats of engineering all the way along the road. I was in the car. Right, I'm going. Bye. One day, when I'm going along that stretch of road, I won't be flustered by all the cars, and I'll remember which George it was. I can't ever remember. Third? Was he the mad one? Maybe it wasn't him. Anyway, maybe it's the fifth. I can't remember. There's been a few of them. Wild garlic's all in bloom. Fantastic. Under this broken tree that still hasn't been moved since November. And that's us out at Tower Castle. So we've only got a few miles to home now. But I am going to be making a couple of stops on the way, which really are the reason why I'm doing all this. They're not the reason. I have to come clean. I'm doing it just because. Why not? That's why I'm doing this 55-mile run next week, because I want to see if I can. That's it. However, why not try to do some good along the way? So I'll tell you why in a minute. So here it is. One of the things I do, other than run around a lot, is that I am a local community first responder, and one of my duties is to make sure that all the local automatic external defibrillators are operational and available for use. So that's what I'm here to do just now. I've checked a couple of others, but what I am going to do is put a link somewhere, because I'm raising money for the local first responder group. We use that money to buy supplies for the defibrillators, supplies for ourselves when we're called out on emergency calls for the ambulance service, and I'll maybe put a link that lets you know all about what a first responder is. I better get checking this, and then up the hill and home. See you later.